Guys, on today's episode of Golf Has Ruined My Life, I think it's about time I got a 2-iron. Yes, a 2-iron.
Is it going to happen? Find out shortly. Also, I've spoken to my coach, and he's told me that my swing looks like I'm doing terrible things to goats. Find out more now.
It's Monday. We're back. Welcome to Great Britain's second biggest golfing podcast. This right here is Golf Is Ruining My Life. I'm called Tom. Conveniently, he's also called Tom. And we are entering the best week of golf of, I'm going to call it the year. The Open is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Open week.
Oh my giddy aunt. Can I cite my giddy aunt, Auntie Jane? She does get giddy, and it feels like now is the time to drop the J-bomb because it is an exciting week. Because I think this year, golfing-wise, is got the Masters, and it's got the Open, and it's got, of course, the Ryder Cup this year. So this is one of the three great weeks, and the debate will rage on about which is the greatest week of the year. Because in fact, Masters, Open, and Ryder Cup, it's a tricky one for me. The specialness it gives it to the Masters, I think.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to look past the Masters, isn't it? Because as we said at the time, you have all that start of the season excitement. We know this. We've done this for long enough now. We knew by the time we got to this part of the year, the realities of our golfing game will have dawned on us. You know, we had so many great ambitions at the start of the year. I think I said I was gonna play off 5 by the end of the year. That seems ludicrous now. So you've not got any of that.
We didn't qualify for the Open. That's the truth of the matter.
We didn't qualify for the Open.
Again, it's unbelievable. We're gonna do our version of the Finch journey. It's just gonna take a while, and also only probably happen on a computer game. But that's fine.
The Peter Finch journey, is this the journey you're talking about?
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, he hasn't qualified, but he was blooming close.
Can I
to
talk
qualifying.
about that very quickly? Because I don't know whether I did. I did a big rant to my friend. And he said that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard when I went on my Peter Finch rant.
Oh my God! Sit on your. He has got a ranch.
Actually. After all that YouTube
numbers, he's got a couple of ranches. Go on.
My Peter Finch rant. Okay. This is the beauty of golf. This is why golf is such an amazing and important game, and this is why I don't want Peter Finch. I know he listens, to be deflated by not making it to the Open. Because this is the great thing about this sport, is no matter what your benchmark is, whatever the thing is that you're trying to achieve, when you achieve it, it's amazing. And okay, that thing for you might not be winning the Masters, right? That thing might be winning your Thursday Stableford, or winning the medal, or getting a
whatever
par. It is. It doesn't matter. But when you get it, it's amazing.
That's where
right?
I am at the moment.
And what I wanted was for Peter Finch to go, I've never got to final qualifying. That alone is such a big achievement and is such a long way to come, as opposed to being, oh my God, I didn't get into the Open. And I think we all have these moments of, as long as we're achieving and we're getting better and we're doing things that we haven't done before, even if it's not the heady heights of getting your name on a board or winning the medal every month, as long as you're doing these little achievements and getting there, that's what this sport's all about. And we all have our own versions of that.
Totally.
And then I cried.
Well, it's life, isn't it? It's and then everyone applauded. It's life in a sport. The thing that I always think about with this is that footage they had of Scotty and Tiger, and it was they didn't know they were being recorded particularly. They were on a range at a pro tournament, and they were going through feels and moves and things they were trying to do to tweak and improve. And we all know that sometimes, and Scotty did this a few weeks ago when he had his crazy lesson after the first round of the US Open. Sometimes those can tear you apart. But even the pros have still got that sense of, if I just sort that out, and today is going to be the day when I work out this thing, and I'm going to make sure. And they're doing it right at the top. We're here, very
right
much in the
bottom.
gutter.
Say it, Tom. Say right at the bottom. We all know it's right at the bottom. Let's just say it.
Towards the lower end of the golfing talent spectrum. But that's the thing about this sport. That's the thing about, we're all in the same. And that's why when they're talking about doing the stuff with the golf balls and making pro balls different, the rollback, I think I'm starting to think that's a shame, because the connection we've got is unique to our game. The connection that we've got with our kit, and I know obviously a lot of their golf clubs are probably made of slightly different materials, but fundamentally the connection is still there.
We won't go on the rollback argument again, because I had a really interesting conversation with someone that actually knew loads about it when we played Warpleston, Tom. I was teamed up with a guy who knew loads about rollback. And the interesting thing, because I raised that point, I was like, yeah, but the great thing is, we all use the same stuff. And he was like, you think the Pro V ones you use are the same ones they use? Are you mad? Of course they're not, you idiot.
I saw on eBay someone was selling a Cobra Aerojet. So that's what 2-3 generations ago, and it was Tour edition. So it was Tour issue, i.e., the one, and it was like 500 quid.
Yeah, because there's something special. There's something special there.
Mm-hmm. I see what's going on.
Talking about cool things for your bag. Can we talk about the new ping drop, which is really exciting? They've dropped these, I think the 2, 3, and 4 iron, and they're like built up irons. You sent me these, Tom, the other day. They look really, really exciting.
I think I might have sent you them with a slightly rude emoji, I'll be honest. They've got some really good stuff on their socials at the moment about them. I mean, I guess we would call them driving irons. You could call them 2, 3, 4. They're quite muscle backy type things. I have always loved. I used to have a 2 iron when I was a teenager, and I loved it off the tee. And I am very, very interested in these clubs. They look really, really nice, and I like the idea, especially at my place, which is obviously because of the summer we're having. It's rolling super, super quick. You don't need 260 yards off the tee, which is good because I don't have that anyway. But you can get away with a nice solid 190 iron if you've got one. And these look like they could be just the thing.
That's exactly it. They're called the IDI driving irons, right? And I want one, Tom. I had a bit of a realization the other day. Helpful that we're sponsored by Ping.
Yeah, go on.
I have realized I did a bit of counting of my bag.
Oh, yeah.
I've only got 13 golf clubs. I've got space for one more.
Oh, my giddy aunt. He's got a spare room. There's a spare slot in your bag. So you're going to go up to 14. You're going to get yourself a little cheeky driving iron.
Well, this is it. It depends who you're asking. If you're asking my heart says, Tom, you're a ball striker, lad. You played this game since 12. You deserve a 2 iron. You're the sort of guy that has alignment sticks in his bag and has 2 irons. That's just your brand. That's just who you are.
Is this how your heart talks to you? I love the sound of your heart. He's nice, your heart.
My heart. Great.
My heart says, what the hell are you doing? Why aren't you playing nothing but you should be scoring scratch with just a 2 iron? That's how my heart talks to me.
You need to chat with your heart. That's not very fair. So my heart says that. My head says, get another wedge. Because I actually found myself the other day I've got a small gap between, because I'm getting better at hitting my irons. I've got a small gap between my 52 and my pitching wedge. I need a 50.
That's quite a big gap. I'd be sniffing around a 58 maybe, or a 54.
No, sorry. So I've got a 58, a 54, and then a pitching wedge. And I think my pitching wedge is probably like a 46, 47.
Yeah, you need a 50, mate. You need a 50.
I know, but I want a 2 iron. I want an IDI 2 iron.
I mean, what is more useful? A driving iron?
Yes.
Or another wedge. You know how I feel about wedges. We don't need all the wedges we've got in our bags. We are over-wedged. We are at wedge saturation point. That's my hot take. If you use more than one, I think 2 wedges. I'm an old school guy. A pitching wedge, obviously, and then your 50 or something, and then a sandwich.
Yeah. So hold on. So you remove your pitching wedge out of this. You think 2 wedges, which is what I've currently got in my bag, which is a 58 and a 54, I think. But I found myself the other day with 105 yards into a green, and my pitching wedge is 115, 120, and my 54, 52, whatever it is more like 85.
Hang on. Are you telling me you don't have a 100-yard, solid 100-yard shot? Because I would say maybe that's just the length of our course. The number of times I do my telescope and I go, that is 100 yards on the nose. I cannot believe how often I have 100 yards. And
no, I never. That's fascinating, isn't it? That's just the difference between our courses. I never ever have 100 yards in at my place.
No way.
No, never.
So what's your default then when you go and do the old boink? What do you always find? 120.
Well, no, because if I look at my golf club, a lot of it is long par 4s. So it's always been something ridiculous like 4-wood, 7-wood at my place. This is why having driver has changed things a little bit, because I'm now having these shorter shots in. But most of the par 4s at my place, the ones, it's either like the first, which is you're basically next to the green, so it's a bump and run, or it's driver 6 iron, 7 iron.
Yeah.
It's never. There's only one hole I can really think of, which is the one where I found myself with 100 yards in with a club I didn't have, where it's now driver that.
Okay.
But I know your place is a lot more like that.
I would say that's all the time. I would say it's much more fun to get a driving iron, and also you need to think about the how high the ball's going, because here we are. Playing at Parkland courses in the southeast, you want to hit a nice high ball in, right?
Yeah.
I remember down at Littlestone, down in Kent, if I'm hitting a low ball in, that's what you need to do. On a windy day, you need to have the low ball option. So a driving iron, a 2 iron, say, and a 2 iron off the tee, I don't think is that hard to hit. I think there's a bit of myth around a 2 iron because people think of it as mad to try and hit it off the deck, which is pretty hard. But a 2 iron off a nicely teed up ball is not that hard. It's just it's a 5 iron plus in my head. Just hit it like an iron.
But this is the difference, isn't it? This is the difference between Parkland golf over here and then links golf. Like Scotty said something really interesting while talking at the Genesis Scottish Open. I don't know if you saw this.
Go on.
Talking about the difference between what happens week in, week out on the PGA Tour and then what you come up against when you do that, which really is too small of a swing of the Genesis Scottish Open and then into the Open, right?
Yeah,
so he was saying the PGA Tour essentially is hit it as far as you can and then find yourself in a bit of rough and take a 60-degree shot at it. That's it. That's your golf. Thanks for coming. Who can do those shots better?
Yeah.
And he said you come to links golf and you see all these far older golfers who play off 10 and 9 and whatever, and they do it because, one, you don't have to get the ball in the air. You can run it across the ground. You hit these little bunty ones, and we all know those older golfers love a bunt.
Yeah.
I love a bunt myself. And then he said you find yourself off the green. He was talking about the Renaissance course. You find yourself off the green at Renaissance, and you've got 5, 6 shot options of things you can do. You can hit a lob shot, you can hit a little one into the bank and then it release. He's like, the creativity you need is through the roof.
Yes. It's much more interesting for them as well as for us. And I don't think Scotty was saying this, but it does sort of beg the question then with the PGA Tour. Obviously, it's an incredible product and we love it, especially watching it in the evenings over here in the UK. Yeah. But it gets a bit samey. The beginning of the season super exciting, watching these lush courses, obviously building up to the Masters. But as we've had this year with the PGA and the US Open, and you could say the US Open isn't samey at all, but I'd say that was a different case in point. But you see these big lush tracks. And I think there's something to be said. They need to change the format, more match play. They need to get an event that's men and women. I do not understand what they're thinking, why there isn't a big set-piece event every year where the men's and women's tours come together. It's just insane. They have to do that. Then they need to think about changing the types of courses they play on. Because when they come around here for links, Scottish especially links, Northern Ireland, it's too short. It's only a couple of weeks, and then they're off again, doing their tracks again.
Yeah, there should be more stuff. I totally agree. I played golf yesterday with friend of the show, talking about ladies golf. I played with friend of the show, ladies European Tour player, Sky Sports aficionado, easy for me to say. Lovely Sophie Walker.
Oh, great. How is she?
She is so good. She's so great. She's so lovely. Sponsored by Titleist, so she had all her new clubs. So as a golf geek, I was like, show me your
must
things.
Have been all over those clubs.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. But it was just really interesting to play golf with her because if I was to go and play golf with a Rory McIlroy or a Scotty Scheffler, right, their game would look so different to mine, okay? Wouldn't it? Like the ball flight, mostly the length, it would just be totally different, right?
Yeah.
And Sophie's game is totally different to mine because she never misses. I said to her, does it get boring being this good? Just this consistent? Like, it's like watching her play is like watching a video game of golf because it's like,
really?
In the
what
fairway.
Does she shoot then? What does she shoot? Like scratch?
Oh, yeah. We played 9 inch. I don't think she got a bogey. Like, not even nearly. Like, it was just so incredibly easy. But what was interesting is I'm now playing driver, right?
Yeah.
And she was playing driver. And there was one hole. It was the first time I got driver out. It was hole 3. Tom, I absolutely bombed it. I've never been where I was on this hole, right?
Right.
Bombed it. And I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, how'd you like them apples, Sophie Walker? And she has the most relaxed, smooth swing, and she was next to my ball. Right? And I was like, how have you done that, Sophie Walker? How have you? And she said her efficiency stats are through the roof.
Wow.
So she gets, for her swing speed, she gets the most you can get out of this.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Oh my
like
God.
it was, Tom, it was a bomb. Like it was, I couldn't hit mine any further.
And that noise as well, the proper compression, the proper middle of the club. Because you don't need to put all the effort in. If you can find that spot in the middle of the club, you don't need to do the crazy stuff we do. Tom, we need to stop for some products. And then we have to talk about your driving, and we have to talk about my conversation with my coach. 2 big topics.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know it's going wrong when the coach gets a "Are you up?" text. And
Howard,
that's what...
Howard, sorry, mate. Sorry to bother you. Yeah, I know you're with your family. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, 3 a.m. is quite early or late. Up to you. Yes.
I need
it might
you.
Have gone a bit like that. Yes.
Okay, products, and then we'll be back. So welcome back to the Monday episode of Golf is Ruining My Life. Just had a realisation that it's the Open, which means that we're back to the daily episodes at some point. Cool, that's fine.
Oh, my giddy aunt. That's this
what I need.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh God! Well, at least it doesn't end at like midnight like it does when it's in America.
Yeah, the good thing is about this week, about the daily podcast, is you'll get them pretty much as the golf ends, because we'll just jump into the studio and do them. So if you're looking for some really sort of run-of-the-mill analysis almost instantly, you guys have got your back. Anyway, Tom, you called Howard at 3 a.m.
Howard Bonacorsi is a coach based down in Kent. He's brilliant. Golf for You is his moniker over on social media. If you are anywhere near that part of the world, I cannot recommend him enough. Go and see him. He's the Don. He himself was coached by, I think, Bob Torrance. Like he's got golfing knowledge in his blood, and he's a brilliant guy. He's also very funny. So I texted him and I said, I hope you're doing well. And do you know why I texted him, Tom? Because I watched our video of the Renaissance, the front 9, which is up now. And I believe, obviously, the back 9 is up as well.
Of course, all those videos. The Scottish Tour has ended. All the content is online.
There you go. And I watched the video and thought, I'm swinging well there. And I played well there. And then I saw shots that went wrong, and I could see stuff. I could see it. I could see what I was doing wrong, because when you do these videos, it's great fun to do, and what a privilege it is to make these things for you guys. We love doing it, but also it's an incredible lesson for you, because you watch yourself back so much, you start to go, I see what I'm doing with my swing. And Tom and I, we had this big exchange back and forth about this very fact. So I messaged Howard and went, listen, mate, I'm not playing well at the moment. This was me when I was in my grove a few weeks ago. Could you have a watch and, treat it like a lesson? I'll pay you and stuff, like obviously do it like a normal lesson. But so he replies, he doesn't want to get paid. He just replies, it was really nice. He goes, you're still humping the goat. All right, cheers, Howard. Thanks.
Oh, the goat humped back.
And he's absolutely right. And then he sends me a link, basically, to a video by Eric Cogorno, who I've never seen before, and it's all about humping the goat, and it's absolutely brilliant. So I'm about to go and play this very morning we're recording. I'm off to play. And when you've got a new big swing thought in your head and you feel like that's the breakthrough and the optimism and the hope, and God, we've been here before, but I do genuinely feel very excited to play this morning. So thank you, Howard. I'm going to get down and get a proper lesson with him soon, because you cannot beat proper one-to-one time with a great coach. But when he said it, and I have realized that my humping the goat, I always thought was my pelvis coming forward, right? Because I'm standing up, yeah. When I get to the ball, that's early extension, basically, is what it is. You're getting there, you're all getting a bit standy uppy, but it's not just your lower body going forward and sort of thrusting forward. Your head flies up, and I'm like,
when you say forward, you mean towards the target, right?
No, towards the ball, humping the goat. When you're addressing the ball, erase the ball from your head and imagine there's a goat there, and you're about to hump it.
Oh, sure, cool. Okay,
it's because you're coming in like that. And as you go and hit the ball, your head flies up and your hips go forward rather than round, basically.
Okay, right, yeah.
And what was so great about this video was I realized I've always just been trying to work on my hips, and it's my head. My head is shooting up. I need to keep my head. Yeah. Keep your head down. Keep your head down, Tom. I mean, these are words I've heard coaches say around courses for 20, 30 years. Keep your head down. Go keep your head down. And I've never really done the maths on that. So I'm about to go and play golf and keep my head down for the first time.
Don't you think it's fascinating with this? Because I've had a couple of these realizations at the moment where you're focusing on one bit of your body, right? And you're like, why is this doing this? And then you just have this moment where you go, and it's related to this bit on the other side of my body.
Yeah,
And then you have this moment where you go, that's the problem over here. And if I resolve it over here, that thing won't happen over there. Like, it's remarkable because, guys, I don't know if you know, but all our bodies are connected, as in your own. Right, and this is not a spiritual commentary about, us all together. We're all connected.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Very quickly. Howard Bonacorsi is a brilliant coach. So he said, you're doing that, swinging well, though. Swing looks really nice. Really, really lovely. I should hope he should say that because he helped me rebuild it a couple of years ago. Yes. He also said, you and Tom have more moving parts in your putting strokes than I've ever seen. So I think, Tom, we need to get down to Howard and get a putting lesson with him.
Sophie brought this up yesterday. Sophie did bring my putting up with me yesterday. She was like, you throw your body forward towards the target. So, like, the putting arm, the club goes back like that. That's all fine. Yeah. And then it comes through. And then as the putter moves past sort of parallel, so does my whole body.
Yeah.
So she was like, it's really inconsistent, and you were overhitting everything. So we started working on that yesterday. So just holding my body and not moving my body so much.
Will you just get a free lesson out of Sophie Walker? Is that why you played with her?
Well, I was a bit. I felt a bit bad because we are like, I've known Sophie for years, right? And what I didn't want to do is have her come to my place and play around and golf with me, and after one hole be like, and now for the next 8 holes, you're going to analyse my game, because that's not what this was. And I was adamant that I was like, because we were texting on a few ideas of me trying to keep my right foot planted so there's more space to get the club through, so I'm not hitting this slicey one. And it's made the video I sent you yesterday, Tom. I've never hit a golf ball.
Oh my God. So Tom sent me a WhatsApp yesterday. I'm at work. I'm on the radio, right? And he goes, hello, mate. Have you got a moment? And I'm like, for you, Tom, always. Have a watch of this video, right? And make sure you listen. Make sure you listen to this video, right? Okay. So I'm like, oh, guys, sorry. Do you mind, can we just get this next link on tape? Because I've just gotten it for the toilet. And they're like, yeah, fine. And then I scuttle off. I don't need to go to the toilet at all. I'm absolutely fine. I scuttle off, right? I have to go past lots of other people at our place where we do our radio shows. Get in the toilet.
Yep.
Make sure there's no one else in the cubicles. And then I sit in the toilet. And I watch videos of Tom Green hitting golf balls. What has become of me? What have I become? Honestly.
I might even... Do you know what? Well, this is a great thing about going to our YouTube channel. We're going to put in the video of my golf swing here, because I'll be really interested to know what people think about it. But the thing that I'm working on here is keeping the right foot planted. So
it looks good, man. It looks good.
Do you think?
Yeah. I know it feels weird.
It feels weird.
The foot looks weird when you look at it, leaving the foot planted. But what it's done to the rest of your swing is, do you know what I mean? The effect it's had on the rest of your swing makes your swing look much better.
Yeah, I'm trying to go... This is really boring, so I'm not going to do too much on this. I'm trying to go round the body less and more out. And I'm trying to copy, essentially, Ludwig Aberg's swing.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, Christ. Because if you look at his right foot... Do you know when anyone mentions something about the golf swing, and you go, I've never even thought about that? My right foot would come off the ground halfway up the backswing, so there's no room for my arms to come through. Ludwig's right foot only pops up as he's in the follow-through. It's amazing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Anyway, this is by the by. The point of this thing is, I sent Tom a video. I've never had this before. I hit an iron and it went like this. And I thought, wow, I've cracked it.
Did you look around to see if anyone else was on the range? Guys?
Well, I was having a really lovely time because this is more pointless detail. The driving range is a bit of a walk from the first tee at my place, right? Yeah. And Sophie Walker had hired a lovely cart, so I had a buggy. So I took the buggy over to the driving range, which is a grass driving range at my place, which is so fancy. I love that. I parked my buggy up. I had my towel. I had it all. There was no one else there. And I was just filming it, and I just, every 5 shots, I go back to the buggy and watch the video again and hear
God, this is the difference this is going to make in your game. But this is, again, it's planting seeds. It takes a while for these to flourish into amazing scores, but it's going to make such a big difference.
But this is what I wanted. This was a really convoluted way of getting to this point, which is what I wanted to bring up with you, Tom, and bring up on this show, is when do you go, okay, it's worked on the driving range, I'm now just going to have to start doing this?
Straight away. Well, you already have started doing it, haven't you? You've already started hitting drives on the course, like you're saying with Sophie.
Oh, yeah. Drivers.
With the foot planted.
God, I love this podcast. I could talk about this stuff forever, right? For me, there's 2 types of lessons, okay? There's the lessons where you go to your coach with a very specific idea and say, I want this fixed. And that for me is 2 things at the moment. One is driver.
Yeah.
I don't care what we do. I just need driver back in the bag. Great, we've done that. The next is I need to work on my bunker at work and just have any sort of bunker thoughts. So those are really obvious things you want to improve. And then you have the more sort of ambiguous lessons, I think, where you go, I just want to strike it better.
I just generally want to be less bad. I want to be generally less bad.
I want my swing to look a bit better. I want crispy irons, right? And there's nothing really specific there. It's a little bit harder. And then you get these whole swing rebuilds, which essentially is what I'm going on. But the moment where you go, because I've not done this, I've done it with driver because it's a very specific thought. But this whole keep the right foot planted, don't go round the body, go up and out, very Ian Poulter. I always think Ian Poulter.
Fine. Yeah, get those vibes.
When do you go? Because I've not yet done it. Go, okay, that's now my swing. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play it. Because I've got a lads' golf trip this weekend to Wales.
Yeah.
Do I start it now?
You've got the pain now. So your lads' golf trip to Wales, you are literally where I was when I went to Dornoch 2 years ago, whenever it was. Because Howard had gone, you're going to end up with a broken back if you keep doing that. This is how you need to do it. And so I went, all right, fine. New swing. Cheers, Howard. Off I go on a really amazing, expensive golf trip and then play like a dog. Like,
yeah, this is my worry.
You can't hold back, because if you hold back, you're just completely countering everything you're learning. It's in a way, it's a sweet spot because you've got a better mentality than me. Lower your expectations. You're rebuilding your swing. You're going to hit some shocking shots, but you're also going to hit some incredible shots. You've got to blood it now. Commit to it. Take it out on the course and accept it when it goes wrong. It's going to go wrong. And you can't go on the course now and go, I'll do old Tom for a bit. It's like dating 2 people. You got to be golf swing monogamous here. You can't mess around with it.
And that sums up where I'm at the moment, which is like yesterday, I hadn't really embedded the whole right foot planted thing yesterday. So when I went out and played 9 holes, it was old swing Tom, right?
Right.
But I spent 2 hours on the driving range yesterday, just hitting 7 and 8 irons, right, just to try and get the feel in. I've now got it. It's in my head.
Well, that's it. Then now you just
this is it. This is the point.
Yeah. You just
terrifying.
You'd be insane. You'd be erasing all the benefits if you didn't take it onto the course straight away. It's not it's not like a new language and you're going to suddenly go and try and have to speak fluent Spanish or something. You've got to just start using it and doing it and making it happen. And it's exciting because you will play initially it'll be wobbly, but you'll shoot 5 shots. Your handicap will drop 5 shots. I guarantee you at least.
Yeah. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Yeah. I've got the lads' golf trip this weekend. I'm playing more golf than I have done. Sophie did comment yesterday. I was the most tanned person she'd ever seen.
I know. It's like we're living this sort of retired life whilst also working too hard at the same time. It's genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah. It's good.
We're done, man. We're done. Can I just say, make sure you are hanging around with us towards the later half of this week, because, of course, the Open starts on Thursday, which is an amazingly exciting thing to say. So we will be doing our daily podcast from Thursday and putting as much content out there as we can. We're super excited about the Open.
Yeah, it's gonna be brilliant. We're back to the daily pods, and part of me is like, well, don't worry, because this is the last time for this year. No, we'll probably do it for the Ryder Cup.
Of course, we're going to do it for the Ryder Cup.
Very much, and also that's in New York, so that'll be back to the middle of the night stuff.
God.
But yeah, back to the daily pods. Golf Bidders email corner returns on Thursday. So get your emails in. The Toms at golfisruinmylife.co.uk, a £50 voucher up for grabs. And if you are bored any night this week, you can now binge every episode of the Scottish Adventure back to back to back.
Imagine binge watching us playing golf. That will be your new low ebb. Go and find it, guys. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's on there right now. And we'll see you same time next time for more of whatever
What on earth was this?
I don't know what it was, but it happened and it's there. See you next time. Bye-bye now.
Bye.